Hello again. Now, if you're subscribed to my newsletter, my blog, my videos, or indeed anything else I put into the world, you probably already know what dark patterns are. They are those manipulative techniques used to encourage users to take a specific action, usually leveraging some form of psychology. Now, I suspect we can all agree that dark patterns are a terrible idea and should be avoided, not least because they have hidden costs, they damage customer retention, and, to be quite blunt, make you look like a complete arsehole. However, not being an arsehole is a pretty low bench or bar to set for ourselves. So, what if we start subverting dark patterns by turning them into light patterns? Let me explain what I mean. If you're anything like me, when you have an online experience, there are certain moments when you brace yourself for something bad to happen. For example, let's say you're coming up to the renewal of a subscription you have. You know that you have to remember to cancel it, otherwise the company's going to auto-renew you without telling you. Of course, you might fully expect that they will also make it incredibly difficult for you to unsubscribe as well. But what if instead of being confronted by that same old manipulative technique of auto-renewing you, making it difficult to unsubscribe, instead of that happening, you have a positive experience instead? What if, for example, your company that you're subscribed to automatically cancel your subscription if they find that you haven't used it for a long time? But they email you and let you know, and you can resubscribe in a single click. Or if that feels a little bit too extreme, what if you could at least receive an email warning you that your subscription was about to be renewed and giving you a clear way of unsubscribing in a single click? Or what if, instead of using an incentive to get new customers through the door, a company once in a while instead rewarded existing customers with a surprise gift for being loyal? There are many possibilities to take a manipulative pattern and turn it on its head. For example, instead of automatically adding extras to people's carts, like batteries or filters or that kind of stuff, what if instead we inform people if they accidentally add the wrong accessory for a particular product to their basket? The list goes on and on. There are so many opportunities to take a dark pattern and turn it into a light one. Of course, you're probably wondering why any company in their right mind would do something like this. Well, there are two reasons that immediately spring to my mind. First, by subverting people's expectations, you make yourself more memorable and establish a positive brand perception. Doing so will increase your customer loyalty, lifetime value, average order value, and word of mouth recommendation, not to mention setting you apart from your competition. Second, it's a valuable way of justifying a higher price point in the market. For example, I'm working with an insurance company that charges more than its competitors because, to be honest, they offer better insurance. However, that's not always immediately obvious to consumers who just visit the website. So one way of demonstrating that is those little added value moments that you can scatter throughout the experience that show your attention to detail and show your great customer experience. People will happily pay a premium to avoid a bad experience that we end up often forcing upon them. I've just flown back from Dubai and we flew in premium economy, in part because we couldn't cope with the crappy experience of economy. Now, you might think all of this is above your pay grade, that you don't get to decide whether the company gives out a gift or how renewals work. However, you may be selling yourself short. Sure, if you're a UI designer or a developer or a copywriter or something similar to that, then, well, fair enough. But that doesn't mean you can't make these suggestions and argue for them. However, if you want to call yourself a user experience designer, then this is absolutely an area that you should get into actively pushing. After all, the devil is in the detail when it comes to user experience design, and light patterns improve that user experience, and so are your responsibility. As for you marketers out there, well, I've already explained the impact that all of this could have on things like customer acquisition and retention and lifetime value. These things couldn't be more a part of your responsibility, and we should be actively pursuing them. So the next time somebody suggests a dark pattern, or you just read about a dark pattern online or experience it yourself, then ask yourself, how can you turn that into a light pattern? In other words, how could you turn that negative into a positive?